Hi everyone, this is Ms. Wynn at Ten Oaks, and today we're going to talk about how to write a paper. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I want you to see that perfection doesn't come in one writing session. As you can see here, this is one of the papers that I am actually currently writing right now to send into my professor in college. Now, you guys are a little bit younger, so you're not going to be writing this much and you're not going to be writing for this long. But what I do want to show you here is all the work that I have put into my readings, okay? This is something that I've been working for almost 2 weeks. I had to read different articles, I had to do my research, and I had to cite my evidence, okay? On each one of these, okay, this is how I take my notes. This is what I do. I write notes everywhere. I write in the margins. I write things that I will ultimately be using in my paper that I eventually write, okay? So, all these papers is to show you that research does not happen all in one day. It is frustrating, it is hard, but if you split things up and you change the way you think about breaking down your tasks, it helps a lot, okay? Even adults, even Miss Wynn does it, okay? Even I do it. So, with these papers, what I wanted to show you was, yes, Ms. Wynn takes notes. I don't think of things off the top of my head. It's upside down. I don't think of things off the top of my head. I have to actually read through. I highlight important key details. I write in important key details, and sometimes I even summarize some of these important details so that later on, when I'm doing my writing portion of it, I already have things that are paraphrased. I already have notes that are already written out that I can rewrite in my paper. So, in all reality, the notes that I'm taking for my papers is actually what I'm actually going to put in my paper. So it's important, and that's why we take notes in class. It's important to take notes because later on, we paraphrased it and we used our own words, and that way all we have to do is just cite evidence in the long run, okay? So that's the first step. The next thing I want to show you guys is the actual paper, okay? This did not take Ms. Wynn 1 hour to write. This did not take Ms. Wynn 2 hours to write. This took Ms. Wynn more than 4 hours to write. Now imagine that when you're having class, we only have about a 65-minute session in ELA. All of this came not in one session, not in 2 sessions, but this took more than 3 sessions. I would say this probably took Ms. Wynn an entire week to write, a week's worth in class to write, okay? So this did not all happen in one day, okay? There's a lot of paragraphs here and a lot of thought put into that. Don't get overwhelmed by this because again, this is a college essay. What I want to show you is what to do after you finish writing everything out. Now, you notice that a lot of mistakes, Ms. Wynn made a lot of mistakes in typing. While Ms. Wynn types, while I type, I do not go through and correct every little thing that I wrote because that's going to take forever, okay? So what I do is I go through after I have written my paper. Because if I'm doing it during, that's going to distract me even more and take away from my time of all the awesome thoughts that I already have in my head. So I just type and I grind. I get everything out first on paper, and then once I get everything on paper, that's when I do all of my corrections. So again, some of the things that I put on here, I am not exactly sure. Maybe I don't remember how to cite, or maybe I don't remember where exactly something was, so I make it bold, or I make it stick out, or maybe I highlight it. It's just easier for me to make it bold because I can still be typing and making things bold by hitting Command C or Command B in order to make it bold so that it sticks out later on, so that I know that I need to fix it later on, so I can carry on with all of my typing. So now what I'm going to do, now that I've finished writing my paper, and again, don't get overwhelmed, your paper's never going to be this long in middle school, okay? But what you're going to do is now you're going to go through, and I'm going to start at the top, to start correcting my paper after I've written everything out. A lot of mistakes that happen during your writing can be corrected after you're finished with all of your thoughts. Don't worry about the font, don't worry about correcting words, don't worry about whether or not this shape looks good or whether or not this size looks good. Worry about the colors and all the pretty jazz stuff after you're done with your writing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off top, and I'm going to start correcting all of my grammar, all of the words that I made wrong, and I can guarantee you I probably made hundreds of grammar errors, hundreds. An easy way for me to do this is to go and select everything in my document, and go to Tools if you're using Google Docs, and go to Grammar, Spelling, and Grammar Check. As you go through, it's going to highlight every word that you spelt wrong and every word that might not fit, and it will help you change all your words correctly. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to click on Accept on the words that I need to change because the spelling's wrong. Like this word right here, I wrote because. Miss Wynn just types, my fingers think faster than my head, so I get all the letters in there. But some of the words and the letters get all mixed up, and that's okay. That's what spelling and grammar is for. It's to help you check it. It's very, very important that we check our grammar and we check our spelling before we submit something. We don't want all these red lines and blue lines to show up when we hand this paper in to our teacher, because teachers take off points for spelling and grammar. Next thing I'm going to go through after I've done all my grammar checks and there's no red lines or there's no blue lines underlining any of my words is I'm going to go through my citations. And I'm going to look at how I'm supposed to do my in-text citation. So I looked it up and I saw that I need to introduce with a quotation in a single phrase if I do short quotations. And then I cite by putting in the year and the page. So since these were all 2-pagers, what I'm doing is I am citing by looking at the page number on my reading and according to the author, so that I'm making sure that I'm citing the right source into my reading. So here where I'm doing my actual reading, here I know that I'm citing it the wrong way, so I'm just going to go through and I'm going to fix everything that I cite so that it's according to the in-text citation that they showed here. Once I'm done with my citations and I make sure that I am citing everything correctly, I'm going to go to Format. I'm going to now change my spacing and make sure that all of my font is not in bold, but in italics, only down in the reference section. Okay, so I'm going to once again check and make sure that everything is correct. Once I'm done with that, then I'm finished with my paper. I just want to make sure and I double check that everything's correct, and I want to make sure that the reading is correct, and I just want to make sure I put in my last touches so that my entire paper is good to go. And that is how you write a research paper.